Okay. So I'm changing Sophia's 2013 Honda Fit rotors and brake pads. The brake pads are pretty worn. That's how much of it is left, and that's how much meat there's supposed to be. So pretty much all gone. And our rotors are okay, but might as well change them, since that way we know, peace of mind. So to change this, there's two bolts that hold the caliper onto the mount, this arm here, or knuckle. I don't know if it's called knuckle or arm on this car. There's two bolts there, and then these two screws, Phillips, come off, and then the rotor comes off. That's it.
It's not working.
Oh. It's not good. What happened is these screws are not coming out. A little PV blaster to let the, if it's rust that's holding it all together, then the PV blaster should help break it up and separate it. In the meantime, I'm gonna take the two bracket bolts off the caliper. And it's right, one's right here. Excuse me. Can I turn your steering wheel to the left? Can you turn your steering wheel all the way to the left?
Is that better?
Yeah. It's got a better angle. 1 second. Have more room here. Okay. And then the top one, I broke it loose while you were over there. So those are pretty tight. And there's two. So what I do is, like most people do, is just have a bungee cord to just wrap it around a coil here, just to help support this caliper so that it's not just hanging on this tube, on the brake line tube. Just use this to hang it temporarily. I'll work on either changing out the pads. Here's the pad, the top one's okay. I mean, not okay. Not as bad as the other side. This one's getting there. So you can see it's getting pretty close to the end of its life. Your right side brakes harder than your left side. Don't know why. I'm gonna reuse this guy, one of them, to help press in the cylinder. So the cylinder has to get pressed back in. Before you start doing that, you're gonna want to go in your engine bay up here. Your brake reservoir, just open it, crack it open so that you relieve some pressure, which I already did. relieve some pressure, and then just use this pad to help press in your just gotta clear the retainer clips. Just pressing the spring back, that's all. It's gonna be hard to see anyway. Probably making it hard for myself. And this is not the right way to press it down because it's not an even pressure. I just have to get it started because this clamp is too small. This plate on. Probably making it really hard for myself. The way I'm hanging this. I should have a bigger C-clamp. Basically, I'm just cranking that plate back to push the piston down, all the way down, flush, back into the caliper, and that's all the way down. That way, when you put the new pads on, you can fit the caliper over the rotor because the depth has changed for this depth. So that's done. We need to take that off still. It's just turning inside the handle. Like the other screwdriver. I want to strip it because I should strip it. Whew. Power tools. Anyway, I brought NECs to put some NECs in there. It's like, it's okay. It's just rusty. It doesn't look too deep. You can kind of see it, right? How much of it got chewed away? Like there's a lip here. You see it? No? Anyway. I feel like I can still use that rotor. Try to get it resurfaced. Get your new shiny one.
What's the brand?
BBC. I think it's British or Australian made. Pretty decent. That's what I have on my car. It's just a regular replacement one.
What's that?
Huh? The NECs?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Figure I put some.
For what?
So maybe we don't have that bad of a problem taking it out next time, these screws. Hopefully.
Hello.
Okay, and then the new brakes.
Oh.
These, I don't really know what these clips are for. They give it to you.
You see something?
Well, I'm putting this pad into the caliper, and I'm looking out for the spring clips. They just have these little springs that kind of block it from going in. Just gotta move it out of the way so you don't bend it. Okay. Okay. One pad in. Next pad. Same thing. Somebody somewhere's got a really easy trick. It's pretty simple. Press that in. Press that in. Press that in. That's it. That's pressed in. Gotta put the caliper back on. So I'm just putting the last 2 bolts in, the caliper bracket bolts. Don't forget to torque these down. I think they're 80 foot-pounds. And then, and that's it. These are the new brakes. We put on the new brake pads from EBC and rotors from EBC. The pads are the green stuff. It's like their OE replacement. Well, I guess the last thing you really want to do is also bleed the brakes. We have DOT4 brake fluid, and that process is just filling in the cap and loosening this nut here with the nipple, and I have a bleed kit over there, and we just pump and fill, pump and fill, pump with the brake pedal, fill. Just make sure that it never sucks air in at the reservoir, and just pump it until you see clear new fluid and no more air bubbles, and then you'll have and then you should be all done. That's it.